Hi everyone! Today I'm going to show you the function of operational buttons on Juki DX7 computer sewing machine. The presser foot can be lifted and lowered by pressing the presser foot auto lift button. When this button is pressed while the sewing machine is at rest, the presser foot position is changed. When the presser foot is in its upper position, it comes down to its lower position and vice versa. The presser foot can also be lifted and lowered with the presser foot lifting lever. This one is a great feature to use because the presser foot can be lifted higher than the ordinary lift position. This feature is useful when placing a heavyweight material on the sewing machine. Even after the presser foot has been lifted with the presser foot lifting lever, the presser foot can be lowered with the presser foot auto lift button. This is a reverse stitch button. For straight stitch and zigzag stitch, the sewing machine performs reverse stitch as long as this button is held pressed. For other stitch types, the sewing machine performs lock stitch. This is a lock stitch button. When this button is pressed, the sewing machine performs lock stitch. When this button is pressed while the sewing machine is engaged in pattern sewing, the sewing machine stops after it has completed the sewing of the one cycle, one point of the pattern. This is a speed controller. While sewing, speed can be adjusted. Slide the speed controller to the left for a slower speed and slide the speed controller to the right for a faster speed. This is a thread trimming button. After sewing, press this button to trim both threads automatically. Start/stop button. When pressing this button, machine starts to sew slowly and then up the speed set by speed controller. Another press of this button stops the sewing machine. The color of the button indicates the machine status. The green light is ready to start and/or while sewing. The red color is not ready to start, and the orange color is when the lock stitch button is pressed while the sewing machine is engaged in pattern sewing. The sewing machine performs lock stitch after it has completed the sewing of the pattern by one cycle. Then the sewing machine stops. Needle up-down button. When machine stops, press this button to change the needle position. When the needle is up, the needle moves down and vice versa. The sewing machine performs sewing at a low speed by keeping this button held pressed for a long time. The needle will not move when the presser foot is in its upper position or no pattern is selected. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video and stay tuned next time for more how-to style.